There is a massive tent city popping up in Texas. Border Patrol agents releasing more than 1,500 migrants who tested positive for COVID into McAllen in just the past week alone. Bill Malugian back at his post at the border, La Jolla, Texas today. And what you learn about this, Bill? Good morning.
Well, Bill, just to give you an idea of how bad it's getting down here, the city of McAllen has declared a local disaster, and they are not happy with the federal government. Take a look at this video we shot yesterday from the ground and from our drone. This is an emergency tent compound they literally built overnight. Essentially what it does is it houses illegal immigrants who have been released by Border Patrol. The city says the federal government has just been dumping illegal immigrants in downtown McAllen, and they can't handle it anymore. You saw those busloads of them being dropped off at the Catholic Charity. Well, the charity can only take so many people, and the city says there's a risk of hundreds of migrants being left out on the streets of McAllen, so they had to build this compound to help house some of these people, and migrants started showing up yesterday. The city blasted the federal government in a statement saying in part, quote, "The city intends to demand relief from the federal government for the alarming number of migrants that are being released into the city of McAllen. As these immigrants are released, the federal government does not test them for COVID-19. So who does test them? It's a third-party provider, and we got some shocking stats from the city here for you. Take a look at this graphic. City of McAllen says the federal government has released 7,000 COVID-positive migrants into their city just since February, more than 1,500 of which were in the last week alone. We talked to some local residents who are not happy to see this tent compound pop up in the middle of their city. Take a listen.
There's probably not enough planes or buses to get all these people out of here. And this is probably an overflow from the rest of the center. And we get that too. But again, there probably could have been a better location than sticking it right smack in the middle of McAllen.
There were some protesters at that compound yesterday, and we've just learned the city has decided to move it to county property. It's being set up at Ansel Dewis Park now in a different location. One last thing to point out, horrible crash that happened about an hour north of us in Brooks County yesterday. A possible suspected human smuggling incident. A van was carrying 30 illegal immigrants. The driver veered off the road, crashed into a utility pole. 10 people are dead, 20 are injured. And again, this is being investigated as a possible human smuggling incident. Tragic situation there. We'll send it back to you.
It's just awful. Bill, thank you for that. Things are upside down. Again, Bill Malugian, thanks.